Welcome to our US Briefing Show. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of lavender marriages, which are making a comeback among Gen Z on TikTok. Originally used by Hollywood stars to hide their LGBTQ+ identities, these marriages are now often platonic arrangements for mutual benefits like financial security and legal advantages, reflecting a shift in how we view marriage today. But remember, there's a complex history behind these arrangements that we shouldn't overlook. Next up, Turkish President Erdogan is heading to the White House to meet with President Trump, signaling a potential thaw in US-Turkey relations. They're discussing military and trade deals, but tensions over issues like Hamas and Israel could shake things up. It's a high-stakes diplomatic dance, with both leaders aiming to strengthen their alliances amid regional challenges. And in the world of industry, the US is borrowing a page from China's playbook by intervening heavily in sectors like semiconductors and critical minerals. With government stakes in companies like Intel and Lithium Americas, the US aims to secure its supply chains, but experts warn that their limited experience with industrial policy might make this a tricky game to master. Stay tuned for more updates. Please continue to watch for the detailed content. Deutsche Welle highlights the intriguing revival of lavender marriages, a concept rooted in Hollywood's golden age where closeted stars and persecuted LGBTQ+ individuals used these unions as a protective cover. These marriages, often arranged and devoid of romantic or sexual intent, allowed public figures to maintain their careers and social standing in an era when homosexuality was criminalized and stigmatized. The term lavender itself, historically associated with LGBTQ+ identity and solidarity, traces back to ancient Greece and later became a symbol of resistance during the 1950s lavender scare in the US. Today, Gen Z TikTok creators are reimagining lavender marriages as platonic partnerships, proposing legal arrangements based on mutual benefit rather than love, reflecting a broader shift in how relationships are perceived, where marriage is increasingly seen as a legal and social tool for stability, financial security, and safety rather than solely romantic devotion. This modern reinterpretation raises questions about the nature of love, partnership, and societal expectations, emphasizing that for many, marriage now serves pragmatic purposes, especially in contexts where LGBTQ+ identities still face discrimination or social taboo. The trend also underscores the enduring importance of marriage as a shield in societies with oppressive attitudes toward LGBTQ+ communities. In countries like China, Xinjiang, or cooperative marriages enable LGBTQ+ individuals to meet familial or societal expectations while preserving their privacy. These arrangements can provide vital protection against discrimination, workplace hostility, or even violence, offering a pragmatic solution for navigating social pressures. However, experts caution that such marriages, whether romantic or platonic, can carry emotional costs. Living a life concealed or in a marriage of convenience can lead to loneliness, resentment, or identity conflicts, especially when expectations are not clearly defined. The historical roots of lavender marriages as a means of survival and protection for queer individuals remain vital to understanding their significance today, even as modern adaptations tend to strip away the original context and struggles associated with these unions. In the broader scope of relationship evolution, the article notes how the concept of marriage has increasingly diverged from romantic ideals, reflecting cultural and societal shifts. Historical examples like Boston marriages demonstrate that independent, non-romantic cohabitation has long existed, challenging traditional notions of love and partnership. The TikTok trend exemplifies this trend toward viewing marriage as a practical alliance, whether platonic, financial, or protective, raising questions about what constitutes love and partnership in contemporary society. As marriage becomes less about romantic love and more about mutual benefit, the boundaries of relationships are expanding, prompting discussions about personal choice, societal expectations, and the meaning of love itself. This evolution reveals a complex tapestry of human connection, where the motivations for marriage continue to adapt to changing social norms and individual needs. Deutsche Welle reports that Spain, alongside Italy, is actively deploying naval ships to safeguard aid flotillas attempting to breach the Israeli blockade of Gaza. The flotilla, part of the global Sumud effort, has faced aggressive tactics such as drone attacks dropping flares and flash bombs, illustrating the tense and perilous environment confronting humanitarian efforts. Italy's government, while urging caution and not endorsing the breach, recognizes the importance of delivering essential supplies like food and medicine to Gaza's vulnerable population, emphasizing the humanitarian nature of the mission despite the risks involved. The ongoing Israeli military campaign has resulted in at least 17 fatalities in Gaza, highlighting the escalating violence and the international community's urgent concern over the conflict's humanitarian toll. Associated Press details that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, after being denied a U.S. visa, delivered a pre-recorded address to the UN General Assembly, condemning the recent Hamas attacks and reaffirming that Hamas will have no role in Gaza's future governance. Abbas expressed the Palestinian people's suffering under Israeli military actions, which he described as a war of genocide and displacement. He clarified that the Palestinian Authority is prepared to assume full responsibility for governance and security in Gaza post-conflict, emphasizing that Hamas must relinquish its weapons. His speech underscores the complex political landscape, where Abbas seeks to distance the Palestinian leadership from Hamas militant actions while advocating for Palestinian sovereignty and justice. The Associated Press also highlights a poignant cultural development, a groundbreaking queer art exhibition in Dusseldorf titled Queer Modernism 1900 to 1950, which aims to shed light on marginalized LGBTQ+ artists of the early 20th century. Featuring over 130 works by 34 artists from Europe and the United States, the exhibition explores themes of desire, gender, sexuality, and discrimination amid a backdrop of societal repression and fascist persecution. Notable works include Lotte Laserstein's I and My Model, depicting herself with her lover, and Ludwig von Hoffmann's The Source, illustrating young men in a spring, reflecting both the vibrancy and the hardships faced by queer artists during turbulent times. Despite facing persecution, many artists celebrated life and queerness through their art, challenging historical narratives and broadening the understanding of modernism's diverse contributors. The Associated Press reports from Roanoke, Virginia, that a regional jet, operated by Commute Air as United Express, overshot the runway during a heavy rainstorm but was safely halted in an upgraded safety zone at the end of the runway. The incident involved 50 passengers and 3 crew members, all of whom were bused to the terminal unharmed, with law enforcement releasing them before midnight. The safety system, consisting of cellular cement blocks designed to slow and stop overrunning aircraft, performed as intended, preventing any injuries. Despite the runway reopening shortly after midnight, the incident caused delays and closures at the airport, prompting an FAA investigation to understand the circumstances that led to the overshoot, while passengers were advised to check with airlines for updates on their flights. The Associated Press also details the sluggish state of the U.S. housing market in August, despite a decline in mortgage rates to a 10-month low. Existing home sales decreased slightly by 0.2% from July to an annual rate of 4 million units, marking the slowest pace since June but still slightly above economists' expectations. Home prices continue to rise, with the median sales price increasing 2% year-over-year to $422,600, marking the 26th consecutive month of price growth. Since mortgage rates began climbing in 2022, housing sales have been in a prolonged slump, with last year marking the lowest level in nearly 3 decades. Although recent declines in mortgage rates have boosted buyers' purchasing power, high home prices and lingering affordability issues continue to restrain market activity amid ongoing economic uncertainty. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Got a book so big and bright, open it and take a flight. Learn about the stars and see, everything is here for me. Flip the pages one by one, knowledge under the sun. From dinosaurs to galaxies, a world of endless mysteries. Encyclopedia, yay! Facts and fun all day. From A to Z, let's see. Curious minds run free. Jump into the pages deep, secrets that endless minds run free. Yeah. Jump into the pages deep, secrets that you want to keep. Time will fly and you will find magic lies in every line. To run free line, every line's run free. Animals and history, science full of mystery.